Alright, so we're going to do a repair test, a repairability test on 25-year asphalt shingle roof. You can get an overview here of the area that we're going to be working on. We got a number of fresh hail hits, quite a good amount of granule loss. It is an older roof, and so for the purposes of the repairability test, we've identified this hail hit here as being the one that we're going to simulate repairing this sheet of shingle. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to check for any existing granule loss, which we are getting some, especially this, but it's pretty minimal. I want to make sure we have all the loose stuff removed before we begin, but you'll see we have no pre-existing creases, no pre-existing tears in any of the shingles surrounding this hail hit. So we'll begin by breaking the seal on the affected shingle sheet. Some of this has already been compromised. Using the thinnest blade I can find. It's a straight edge, one piece blade. Okay. Next up, this sheet ends halfway down here. We'll go ahead and break this seal as well. This sheet ends up here. Excuse me for not staying low, but these things are triple digits right now. Hence the oven mitts here in Central Texas. And yes, we will be resealing these. Conclusion of the repairability test. So, as you can see, so far no tears, no creases, minimal granule loss. And been told, industry standard, it's 45 degrees. So I have here your standard isosceles right triangle, 90 degrees, 45, 45, bought at your local ABC store. We'll be needing this, as well as our pry tool, in order to access. This should be, let me get this kit. Hold on, put that with this kit. Okay. $45 degrees. You'll have to excuse that. Realize I'm doing the wrong row. All right. This one is dug in. Pretty intense. All right. Neal, if you want to bring the camera down here. So on this one, there was excess sealant applied to the impact zone, and by removing that nail, we have a tear in the shingle. Continue our work up here. Oh, my pants are on fire. This one's also not. This one's not perpendicular to the roof. Makes it a little tougher. But I think we're gonna be able to get it out. Yep. One more on this side. This one's been exposed for some time. Just tell. Did you hear that cracking?
Yes.
So that was some of the composite shingle around the penetration there for the nail. All right, so we've done one layer. Off to the next. Again, this one you can see here is pretty, they're both pretty indented. Really get up in there. All right, and I'll stop there. Right here, it's got another tear simply by using our pry. Better look at it. And again, so that tear is not on the shingle that we will be replacing. This is on the shingle surrounding it. So that second one that was in there, a little tight. Also not perpendicular to the roof. And on this one, the raised lip is actually behind the opening of the shingle, which means I need to, in order to get it out, kind of wedge the corner of my pry tool here, hopefully lifting up that lip just enough. There we go. Luckily no damage to that one. This one's not that bad. And lastly, we got this little guy. So he's already, that nail isn't even doing anything. It's just chilling. We're gonna go ahead and get that guy out as well. How are we looking?
Good.
Okay. So that should do it. This should come free. Quite a bit of granule loss on that. We'll toss this one out, bring in a new one. Now, we will be doing, in the event of a repair, using a nail gun. For this repairability test, we'll be using a hammer. So per industry standards, unlike last time, we're going to make new holes with these nails. That being said, to demonstrate, we do have a nail gun to show exactly how far we're going to need to bend these shingles up in order to access corporate new spots. So you see here, this is 45 degrees. Okay, this is exactly 45 degrees. With 45 degrees, I was in fact able to squeeze this up underneath here to retrieve the nail. However, I can't properly reinstall this shingle at a 45 degree angle. The impact zone is too far deep. So that's what we're looking at. It looks like an additional 15 degrees approximately. So we're all clear. That being said, time to hammer. So now I will be making new holes as per the industry standard provided to me by Allstate Insurance Company. Excuse me, company standards. And again, I cannot access, here's the hole. So I cannot access, if we were to simulate using the same hole, I have to lift the shingle up even higher in order to achieve clearance for my tools in order to successfully repair this shingle. That being said, I am right-handed, so this will be a little difficult. I'm going to lift the shingle exactly the height needed to drive in a nail. Now I use the same hole on that one, so we're all on the same page. But now here's one hole, and I'll be nailing directly about 1 inch to the right. Just in doing that, we have some friends here that were not here at the beginning of this repair test. Okay. Again, I am using the absolute minimum required angle in order to facilitate this repair. Here we have the torn shingle. So again, I'll have to finish that. All right. So again, I'm going to get off that center line about 1/2 inch, and I cannot access the nail head unless I hold the shingle up a little higher. Next, the second one on this side. Again, I'm going to go about 1/2 inch to the left. Can't access the nail, I have to go higher. As a matter of fact, I went so low, the shingle just started to close on me and I hit the shingle. So the absolute minimum. You can see the granule loss coming off of that. Off to the next row. This one's a little closer to the edge. May not need to lift it as high, but again, we're going about 1/2 inch off and can't do it. Need to get a little higher. Hard. Catch that granule loss? That was just setting it. Start this bad boy back up. remember here is the nails do need to be driven in perpendicular to the roof. Before anybody asks, I am sure. Same thing, on 45. Here is as close as I can get to that nail. It's about ½ an inch to an inch off. Place. Lift it a tad bit higher. Get it started. Granule loss. See? That's what happens. And it's like a waterfall of granules. Moving on to the next. About ½ inch off the hole. This is as far as I can go at 45. I have to get higher. I don't know how much lower you can get with the shingle literally resting on the hammer. Multitude of loss there. These should be our last two. Again, can't reach it. Let me go higher. This one's even deeper. You can see there's an offset. So I'll put it just to the right. This time I'm about 2 inches shy, so I need to get a little higher. Get it started. Try to mimic that same angle. Hold it in place. Barely applying any pressure to it. Getting a substantial amount of granule loss. I lied, this should be the last one. Should it? Nope. Alright, yep. So that concludes that. Now we'll do a recap. Not applying too much pressure at all. By far the worst is right here. A clear line, clear crease. We have some more creases here. Another crease about an inch underneath the seam. And that continues up this way. Likewise here, you can even see the dark, the brighter, bolder black for the recently lost granules. Perfectly in line with each other all the way across these shingles. Thank you for your consideration. I'll look forward to hearing from you.